Ring, ding, 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 ding. Luke chapter 20. One day as he was teaching the people in the temple area and proclaimed the good news, the chief and priest scribes together with the elders approached him. He said to him, "Tell us, by what authority are you doing these things? Or who is the one who gave you such authority?" He said to them in reply, "I shall ask you a question. Tell me, was John's baptism heavenly or of human origin?" They discussed this among themselves and said, "If we say of heavenly origin, he will say, why do you not believe him? But if we say of human origin, then all the people will stone us, for they're convinced that John was a prophet." So they answered that they did not know where it came. Then Jesus said to him, "Neither shall I tell you by what authority do I do these things." Then he proceeded to tell the people this parable. A man planted a vineyard, leased it to tenant farmers, then he went on a journey for a very long time. At harvest time he sent a servant to the tenant farmers to receive some of the produce of the vineyard. They beat the servant and sent him away empty-handed. So he proceeded to send another servant, but they also beat and insulted and sent him away empty-handed. Then they proceeded to send a third one, but this time they too wounded and threw out. In the other two books, they killed the servants. They killed the other servants. The owner of the vineyard said, "What shall I do? Shall I send my beloved son? Maybe they'll respect him." But when the tenant farmers saw that they had one another, they said to one another, "This is the heir. Let us kill him, that the inheritance may become ours." So that they threw him out of the vineyard and killed him. What will the owner of the vineyard do to them? He'll come out and put the tenant farmers to death and turn over the vineyards to the others. When the people heard this, they exclaimed, "Let it not be so." But he looked at them and asked, "What then does this scripture passage mean? The stone which the builder has rejected has become the cornerstone. Everyone who falls on that stone will be dashed to pieces, and it will be crushed by anyone whom it falls." Then the scribes and chief priests sought to lay their hands on him at that very hour, but they feared the people, for they knew that he had addressed this parable to them. They watched him closely and sent agents pretending to be righteous, who were to trap him in speech, in order to hand him over to the authority and power of the governor. They posed this question to him: "Teacher, we know that you say and teach is correct, but you show no partiality, but teach in accordance to the way." They posed this question to him: "Teacher, we know what you say and teach is correct, and you show no partiality, but teach the way of God in accordance to the truth. It is lawful for us to pay tribute to Caesar or not." Recognizing their craftiness, he said to them, "Show me the denarius whose image and the name it doesn't bear." He replied, "Caesar's." Then he said to them, "Then repay to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God what belongs to God." They are unable to trap him by something he might say before the people, and so they are amazed at this reply that they fell silent. Some Sadducees, those who deny that there is a resurrection, came forward and put this question to him, saying, "Teacher, Moses wrote for us, if someone's brother dies leaving a wife but no child, his brother must take the wife and raise the descendants for his brother. Now there were 7 brothers. The first married a woman, but thou childless. Then the second, the third married her, and likewise all 7 died childless. Finally, the woman also died. Now at the resurrection, whose wife will that woman be? For all 7 have been married to her." Jesus said to him, "Children of this age marry and remarry, but those who are deemed worthy to attain the coming age to the resurrection of the dead neither marry nor are given in marriage. They can no longer die, for they are like angels, and they are like the children of God, because they are the ones who will rise. And the dead will rise, even Moses made that the dead will rise. Even Moses made known in the passage about the bush when he called Lord, the God of Abraham, and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And he is not a God of the dead, but God of the living, for to whom we are all alive. Some of the scribes said in reply, Teacher, you have answered well. Then they no longer dared to ask him anything. Then they said to him, How do they claim that the Messiah is the son of David? For David himself in the book of Psalms says, Oh, the Lord said to my God, Sit at my right hand, till I make enemies at your footstool. Now if David calls him Lord, how can he be his son? Then within the hearing of all the people, he said to his disciples, Be on guard against the scribes, who like to go around in long robes and love greetings in the marketplace, love greetings in marketplaces, seats of honor in synagogues, and places of honor at banquets. They devour the houses of widows as a pretext, and as a pretext recite lengthy prayers. They'll receive a very severe condemnation. All right. Jesus is laying down the laws. Alright, so thank you for watching our show. See you in chapter 21. Like you.